My name is Rachel. I am 34 years old, and I live in Austin, Texas. I work as a nurse in a busy hospital. My husband's name is Michael. He is 36, a software engineer, quiet, smart, and a man people think is reliable. We have been married for 8 years. To the world, we look like a happy couple. People see us smiling at church, holding hands at family dinners, and taking photos with friends. But the truth of my marriage began to crack one night. One single midnight phone call changed everything. It was a Thursday night in winter. I had just come home after a long shift at the hospital. Michael was already asleep in bed. I showered, changed into my pajamas, and lay beside him. My body was tired, but my mind was restless. Around midnight, I finally started to drift off. Then, suddenly, Michael's phone buzzed on the nightstand. At first I ignored it. Work calls happen late sometimes. But then it buzzed again. A message. And then, a call. Michael stirred but didn't wake up. The phone kept ringing. Curiosity pulled me closer. I leaned over and looked at the screen. The name glowing on the phone froze my blood. It was saved as Anna. I stared at it for a long second. My heart began to race. I didn't touch it. I didn't answer. I just let it ring until it stopped. Then another message appeared on the lock screen. I miss you. Why didn't you call back? My hands trembled. My throat felt dry. My husband, the man I trusted, was sleeping peacefully while a woman named Anna sent him love messages at midnight. I wanted to scream, to wake him up, to throw the phone at his face, but I couldn't. My body froze. My chest hurt. My eyes filled with tears. I turned away and stared at the ceiling in the dark. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, Michael kissed me goodbye like nothing was wrong. "See you tonight," he said, smiling. I forced a smile back, but my stomach turned. The whole day at the hospital, I couldn't stop thinking about that phone call. Who was Anna? How long had this been happening? Why did he lie to me? That evening when he came home, I decided not to ask immediately. I wanted to be sure. I wanted proof. So when he went to shower, I quietly picked up his phone. My hands shook as I typed his password, but he had never changed it. The messages were right there. A long history of them. "Good morning, love. I can't wait to see you again. Last night was amazing." My whole body went cold. I put the phone back and sat on the couch. My world was falling apart. For 8 years, I believed we had a strong marriage. We had plans for children. We saved money for a house. We dreamed about the future. But behind my back, Michael had been living another life. That night, I could not keep silent anymore. After dinner, I looked at him and said, "Michael, who is Anna?" He froze. The color left his face. "What do you mean? Don't lie to me," I said, my voice shaking. "She called last night." I saw the messages for a moment. He said nothing. Then he sighed, rubbed his forehead, and whispered, "Rachel, I'm sorry. Sorry." One word that broke me into pieces. He confessed slowly. He had met Anna at work. She was younger, full of energy, fun to be with. It started with casual talks, then lunches, then late-night calls. Finally, it turned into something more. He told me he didn't mean to hurt me. He said he still loved me. He begged me to forgive him. But all I heard was betrayal. I shouted. I cried. I asked, "How long, Michael? How long have you lied to me?" He looked down. Almost a year. A year. An entire year of dinners, kisses, and fake smiles. While I worked night shifts to support us, he was writing love messages to someone else. The days after the confession were hell. We lived in the same house, but slept in silence. I cried in the bathroom so he wouldn't see. At work, I smiled at patients while my heart broke inside. My best friend, Claire, noticed something was wrong. One evening, I told her everything. She hugged me and said, "Rachel, you deserve honesty. You deserve loyalty. Don't let his mistake destroy who you are." Her words gave me strength, but I was still lost. Should I leave him? Should I give him another chance? Should I fight for my marriage or walk away from a man who betrayed me? One night, Michael tried to talk. He said he ended things with Anna. He showed me a message. "We can't do this anymore. Don't call me again," but I didn't know if I could believe him. Trust, once broken, does not come back easily. "Rachel," he said, holding my hands, "please, I love you. I made a mistake, but I want us to stay together. I'll go to therapy. I'll do anything. Just don't leave me tears roll down my face." Part of me wanted to scream, "You destroyed us." But another part of me remembered our years together, the laughter, the trips, the love we once had. Weeks passed. I didn't make a decision quickly. I went to therapy alone to understand my own feelings. The therapist asked me, "What do you need most right now?" I answered, "The truth." The midnight phone call had not only exposed Michael's affair, it had exposed the cracks in our marriage, the silence we ignored, the distance we never spoke about. Slowly, Michael and I began couples therapy. It was hard. Some days I wanted to leave. Some days I felt hope. I don't know what the future will bring. Maybe we will heal. Maybe we won't. But one thing I know for sure. That midnight phone call saved me from living a life built on lies. Sometimes the truth arrives at the darkest hour, and sometimes the call you fear the most is the one that finally sets you free.